If you start making content online, whether on YouTube or on social media, you are going to find haters in the comments. They're going to come for you and they're going to be unrelenting. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can deal with haters online and how you can continue to persevere as a content creator and as an online business owner, even though some people are going to give you some hate. For that, stick around. My name's Lane. This is my channel. Welcome. We like to help people around here who want to start online businesses and create passive income streams. If you're into that kind of thing, I want to give you something for free as a way to say thank you for stopping by today. If you go to lanesebring.com/supersimple, you can pick up my free super simple guide to your first $500 online. This is the exact steps that you need to go from an idea to a complete online business with online courses and all that kind of stuff. Membership sites, coaching, consulting. These are the first steps. And I really think that the importance of making that first $500 cannot be overstated, because if you can make your first 500, you can make 5,000. If you can make 5,000, you can make 50,000, and on and on and on. So go to lanesebring.com/supersimple. Totally free, my gift to you. All right, so as we get into this, I want to clarify that when I talk about haters, I am not talking about people who disagree with you. They may not be hating. I'm not talking about people who leave constructive criticism in the comments. I'm not talking about people who, in good faith, are just trying to help with a different opinion. We welcome those. I welcome that. You should welcome that. It's not always easy and it's not always fun to see somebody who disagrees with you or sees things differently, but sometimes you can learn from those comments. Even if you disagree, I always appreciate when somebody engages in good faith. What I'm talking about in this video is when somebody is just trolling, they're just hating, they don't really have anything to add to the conversation. They just want you to know that they don't like you, or they didn't watch the video. They didn't give the video the credit that it needs to get in order to give a comment on it. In other words, they kind of halfway watched the video. Maybe they saw the title, maybe they watched a little bit of it, and they form an opinion not just about the video, but about you. Based on your video, the one that they've ever seen, they know that you're a terrible person, you're an idiot, you're all these things. I'll give you an example. It's a video where I give my comments on the financial guru, Dave Ramsey. At the beginning of the video, I do a parody of him where I kind of do like my impression of Dave Ramsey. And then the rest of the video is me talking about how if you want to get rich, like the kind of rich that Dave Ramsey is, don't just do what he teaches, look at what he actually does. And I actually praise his business model as one that we can look at and see that this guy has built this massive empire based on content. He has a radio show, a podcast, and he sells courses, books, he sells consulting. He's really doing at a massive scale what I'm doing and what I teach here. But because the video begins with me kind of making fun of Dave Ramsey and offering my critiques of some of the things he teaches, the people who are really hardcore Dave Ramsey fans jump in the comments just to give me some hate. And I've been called every imaginable thing. Like, they think that I'm broke, which I'm not. They'll tell me that Dave Ramsey is richer than me, which he is. That's like, newsflash, everyone. Dave Ramsey has about 40 years on me. Of course, he's more wealthy than me. There's all kinds of things that they do. And I have learned, not just from that video, but from videos on my other channel where people jump in and offer some hate. There are some ways that I have learned to deal with it that I want to share with you in this video. Number one, don't let anyone's opinion of you hold you back. Don't let it. People are gonna have their opinions. And what I do is I just get up every day and keep doing what I'm doing. People that watch the Dave Ramsey video and comment on it, or other videos that they don't like from me, have told me to stop making content, to mind my own business, to go away. Some people have told me to die. But guess what? I haven't done any of those things yet. I'm still making content, haven't died yet. I'm still making and producing tons of content all the time, still helping my clients, still helping people start businesses. Over at Preaching Donkey, I'm still helping pastors communicate more effectively. I'm still doing all of it. Haven't let any of these people's opinions hold me back, and I would suggest that you do the same as well. Just read it if you want. If you don't want to, don't read it. But don't let these people's opinion hold you back. That's all I can say. And if you get to a point where their opinion has too big of a hold on you, don't read the comment. There comes a point where a video reaches enough people that I start to know that the comments are probably gonna be mostly toxic, and I tend to just ignore those comments. And if I do see them, I sure as heck do not let them change what I'm doing. It's just someone's opinion. They have their opinion, I have mine. Number 2, put comments in perspective, and really put the commenter in perspective as well. It is just a comment. It's just someone's opinion. That person most likely does not actually create content themselves. Most of the time, the biggest haters here and on TikTok, if you go to their channel or if you go to their account, there is nothing there. They don't post videos, they don't post content, they don't use their real name, they're not really putting themselves out there. I am. This is my name. I'm making content all the time. I am out there. So it's very easy for someone who lives in anonymity behind their phone or behind their keyboard to fire off some really toxic, awful thing to me. And I just have to put that in perspective and say, I don't know who this person is. I don't care. I'm gonna keep moving on. You gotta put comments in perspective. I heard Joe Rogan say one time, he had a guest on and he asked them, he said, do you think Michael Jordan has ever written a YouTube comment? It's not for winners. Now, I don't fully believe that because I love it when you comment on my YouTube videos. I think what he's talking about is the people who take time out of their day to leave a hateful comment because they have nothing else to do. He's like, do winners do that? Like, do you see Michael Jordan doing that? Do you see pro athletes and really successful people doing that, taking time out of their day? I don't think so. It doesn't happen. Put the comments in perspective and keep moving forward. Number 3, reply if you dare. Sometimes I will reply to haters just kind of to have fun. I mean, I typically will not respond seriously to someone who I feel like is not commenting in good faith. In other words, they're just trying to hate on me, just trying to troll. I won't comment seriously, but sometimes I will reply with a snarky, dismissive comment, sometimes just to let them know that I don't care. I don't care what they think. It makes no difference to me, and I care so little about it that I'm willing to make a joke about it. Sometimes it actually can diffuse the situation. Someone can be very angry in a comment, and I'll reply with a little bit of snark, a little bit of sarcasm, and it lightens the mood, and sometimes somebody who I thought hated me will reply with, hey, that was kind of funny. Other times it just makes them more mad, but either way, again, reply if you dare. I think in a lot of cases, for a lot of people, replying, especially in a serious way to an unserious comment, or in a serious way to a toxic, hateful comment, is a waste of time. You are going to reply, it's going to give them what they want, and they are going to run with that because they have gotten to you. My suggestion is, if you reply, do not show that it angered you, do not show that it hurt your feelings, do not show that you care at all. Only reply with sarcasm if you want. Now, if you want to give an explanation that is serious and thoughtful, totally you can do that, but just know you're not doing it for that person. You're doing it for the benefit of those who will read the comments. And in that case, then totally reply, just knowing that that person who gave that hateful comment is unserious and toxic, and they probably are not going to give you a good response, but your reply wasn't for them anyway. And then finally, number 4, you have to learn to live in the tension of being misunderstood. This is just the reality of being a content creator. I don't care what platform it's on. I don't care what niche it is in. People are going to misunderstand you. People are going to make judgments about you based on one video, based on one blog post, based on one tweet, based on one TikTok video. It does not matter. They are going to judge you up one side and down the other based on one interaction with you. And typically, it's going to be the videos that really take off. It's going to be your non-audience. It's going to be people who know nothing about you, have never met you, don't know any of your content, and don't care, but they make a judgment about you, and they make the worst kind of judgments about you. I would say put this in perspective and just get used to living in the tension of being misunderstood. You are going to be misunderstood. People are going to question your motives. People are going to question why you're doing this. They're going to, in this niche, people think that I'm just out to make a buck. I'm not out to help anybody. People accuse me of all kinds of things that I've never done. People on the Dave Ramsey video forever were accusing me of selling something, and I didn't have anything for sale. It was just hilarious. But I have to live in that tension of being misunderstood. It's just the way it is. It's the same over at Preaching Donkey. If I give an opinion about a certain pastor, people decide that I must be on this side theologically or that side theologically, and I have to just live in that tension. And very rarely do I find it worth it to go on and correct the record. It just doesn't go anywhere. Again, don't let anyone's opinion of you change what you're doing. Keep moving forward. Put it in perspective. It's just a comment. It's just a perspective. Reply if you dare and live in the tension of being misunderstood. If you can do that, you can deal with haters online, and there is no shortage of them. All right, so when it comes to making content, haters or not, I want to help you with that. So if you click right here on this playlist, we'll walk through how to make content effectively and how to make a plan for it so that you can continue to move forward in your business. So click right there and we'll talk more about content.